Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me here today for a brand new pick a card reading. For anyone that may be new to the channel, hello and welcome in. My name is Melissa, and today's video we're going to be looking into what are the next big beautiful blessings headed your way. So we're going to keep it pretty open, not asking on any particular topic. We're just going to see what beautiful positive blessings and good news and energy are up next for you in your life. So let's get into some disclaimers. As always, guys, this is a general reading, so please keep in mind as you're viewing the video that some of the messages might resonate for you, other messages may not. As I always say, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. If you're viewing the video and something feels confusing or doesn't feel like it fits your situation, then it's probably not your message. Probably a message for someone else, and that's okay. If you guys did want to book a personal reading, all the details on how you can do that will be linked in the description box down below. Personal readings are always a better way to get a more accurate and specific read on your own energy. Also keep in mind, guys, that with this tarot reading, because we're looking at blessings headed your way, it's kind of like a future prediction kind of video. Keep in mind that with anything that's predicting something in the future is not set in stone because energy is always changing, and it changes based off the free will choices and decisions that you make. So if you see something that's predicted out for you in this video, just keep in mind that energy can change depending on the actions that you take. So if you ever see anything in any tarot reading that you don't want to align with, all you have to do is just kind of like switch up your energy, switch up the way you react to things, switch up your actions, and you can totally create a completely different outcome for yourself. So always keep that in mind. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into our pile selection. We're doing 3 piles today. Starting here, we have pile 1 with some Bumblebee Jasper, pile 2 with some Rhodochrosite, and pile 3 with some Spirit Quartz. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath. Think about what blessings are flowing to you. Go ahead and select the pile or the crystal you're feeling the most connected to. And once you've made your choice, scroll down to the description box and you'll find the timestamp that will take you to your chosen pile. See you there. Hey, pile 1, if you guys picked out the Bumblebee Jasper, we're going to go ahead and see what blessings are coming up for you. We're going to start with some pre-shuffled cards here, and then I do have a couple of other decks that I'm going to be shuffling on camera just so we can get more info. But I want to start off with your overall energies here. So we have Happy Family. That's a beautiful card. We also have the second chakra, Archangel Ariel. Wow. So the blessing coming your way, pile 1, is something having to do with family, potentially even the way that you're able to like emotionally express to your family. And family can mean a lot of different things too. Like, I want to just say for some of you guys, this could literally be like your immediate family, like your parents, your siblings, things like that. It could have to do with your like husband, your children, things of that nature. But family can also doesn't always have to mean like your blood relatives, right? This could be talking about like your friend group, your community of people that are around you, your soul family, things like that. I'm also getting this could have to do with digging deeper into your ancestors for some of you. But there's something here with the second chakra about being able to better emotionally express yourself to your family unit or group, or even just being able to infuse a little bit more fun energy into this group. Going with the flow, infusing more fun, doing more exciting things together, expressing yourselves in a healthy way, connected to how you're feeling, right? Maybe some of you guys that chose this group have struggled with your group, your family unit, with being able to kind of authentically express and be who you are with them. And so I see that there's something coming up here for you guys where you're going to be able to do this. There's something else I was getting and then it flew out of my brain. The rainbow is so beautiful. Like, this is definitely echoing like blessings. So whatever is going on here, it is a blessing. And I'm also getting for some of you guys with the rainbow, because rainbows come out after it rains or after it storms, right? So maybe there's been kind of leading up to this point some feeling of like purification of your family situation or your family unit or friend unit, or maybe there's been some tumultuous energy that you guys have been dealing with. And so the rainbow is coming out and saying like things are about to get better. This is like the end of the the cycle of purging, the end of the cycle of worries, whatever it is. And now we have this beautiful rainbow here showing you that maybe what happened was like a blessing in disguise. You know what I mean? A lot of times when I'm channeling like what blessings are coming, I of course always want it to be like positive rainbows and sunshine, but sometimes blessings are blessings in disguise, right? Where it's like something really rocky is happening. And then once we come out on the other side of it, we're able to reflect back and see why it happened and what we learned from it. Okay, so you guys have the 10 of Swords here, okay? And then we have the 3 of Wands. Yeah, so I think that's probably true. There probably is some message around like blessings in disguise for you guys. The 10 of Swords is sort of like an energy of when we've hit like a rock bottom, or there's been a lot of overthinking things, maybe a little bit of betrayal here for some of you guys. Maybe there's been an energy of being in your head, again, not feeling like you can authentically express yourself to family, or just, you know, drama or stuff that's happening within your soul family that has been tougher energies to deal with the 10 of Swords. But I'm feeling like this, so the way that I'm reading this card, you see how she's kind of like wearing the swords here on her jacket, almost as like a badge of honor. You know what I mean? So there's something about whatever you guys have gone through leading up to this point that I do feel this is about getting over it in a way, and now like looking at what happened as something that you can be proud of because you learned something from it. You're wearing it as a badge of honor, you know? I don't know why I keep getting the word military in my head. I have no idea why, if that has to do with anything for anyone out there, but I'm just going to throw it out there. But with the 3 of Wands, you know, the 3 of Wands is an energy of looking to the future, right? It's an energy of planning ahead. It's also an energy of travel. And I do see here how we have this little beach scene. So maybe some of you guys are planning to do something fun or go to the beach with your soul family or your regular family, whatever. But the 3 of Wands is kind of about being able to expand now and look toward the future, planning for the future as well. So not necessarily being stuck in the past. It's now we're able to kind of like look forward and, you know, make a solid plan of where we're going. You guys also have the dry desert coming up. So this is an interesting card, you guys, because I've actually gotten this recently in one of my readings. And this card it means a lot of things. But to me, this is sort of a vibe of just like being at peace and feeling like maybe there's not a lot happening right now. But it's not necessarily always a bad thing when nothing is happening, you know, when things are dry, quote unquote. I'm feeling like this is bringing in a time of peace for you and your situation after, again, going through a tough time. This card also can kind of talk about needing to go on your own journey, right? With the 3 of Wands, there's something about planning or travel or adventure here. But this card can also be like when we are searching for answers within. Maybe we're not getting a lot of answers from our immediate environment, right? And if this is about your family or your soul family, and you guys are kind of trying to relate better to them or trying to improve your connections, you may not get the feedback or the answers you need from talking with them, because not everybody is going to have those answers, right? Not everybody may be self-aware enough to provide those answers, but you guys can always go within to search for answers within self, right? So it's kind of this energy of like the environment that you're in is kind of dry. It's not giving you a lot, but you still have you, right? And you still can figure out through self-reflection what it is that you need, even though it may feel a bit slow. I'm also getting an energy here of survival because of the desert, right? So if we think of like, I'm really being drawn to this cactus here. So there's like an energy of, you know, cactus or cacti can survive in the desert for long periods of time. So there's something here for you guys about like survival without needing a lot of extra, you know, being more independent here. So let's continue. I'm going to pull some of these cards. What is this blessing for pile 1? Okay. We have new place, new environment, on chill, which makes a lot of sense with the dry desert, right? Like kind of chill vibes. Okay, and then we have no, literally flying out of the deck with past influences on the bottom. Yeah, I think this is really big, you guys. This is about letting go of the past hurt, past situations, and moving on to new, bigger and better things. And this could be why you kind of are in this dry desert situation, right? Because it's like, maybe you guys are kind of used to having your family around you or your support system around you, and now you're moving into a new environment where you're going to have to connect with a different soul family, or you're going to have to be by yourself for a little bit before you're able to find those connections, right? And so this is, again, it's a time to be on chill. It's a time where you need to go within you for the answers here. It's a time where you guys may feel like you just don't have a lot of stuff happening, and that's totally fine. You know what I mean? Maybe this is about taking a step back from social life for some of you and doing more stuff alone. This can also just be talking about kind of going with the flow and just allowing new connections and new people to come into your life as they will without forcing the situation, right? Because we have no. So Spirit is saying no to something. So that's going to be kind of different for each one of you, what that means. So let's see. Let's get a few more of these cards just to kind of see if there's any sort of time frames that you guys need to be aware of with regard to this energy. Keeping in mind, guys, time frames are not set in stone, but let's just see what significant time frames you guys may need to reflect on as it pertains to this blessing that we're talking through here. So we do have Scorpio season. So this Scorpio season could be significant. That's going to be coming up here soon as I'm recording this video. This is a timeless reading though, so let's see, let's get one more. We also have the next fire sign season. So as I'm recording this right now, we're still in Virgo season, I think. I pre-record pretty far in advance, but the next fire sign would be Sagittarius season. So kind of looks like for some of you guys, this is an energy that you're going to be reflecting on going into Scorpio in Sagittarius season. And then we also have weekend vibes. So there's something here about the weekend that's significant. Maybe you guys are trying to explore new energies on the weekends for some, and October is here too. So pile one, this looks really interesting. I would really love to hear from you guys in the comments which aspects you feel fit your situation and what you guys have been moving through recently. So drop me a note down below and let me know. If you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you are notified when I'm uploading new videos, and I do look forward to seeing you in a new one soon. Bye. Hey pile 2, if you guys picked out the Rhodochrosite heart, this is going to be your reading. We're looking into blessings headed your way. We're going to start with some pre-shuffled cards here, and then we're going to move into some other decks that I'm going to be shuffling on camera. So we start your reading with Caring Connections, and we have the 6th chakra. Okay, love this for you, pile 2. So this is what I feel, blessings coming in for you. There's something here about relationships. I feel like for a lot of you guys, this is romantic relationships because of the way this card is depicting kind of a loving, romantic kind of relationship. It doesn't have to be for everyone though. So if that's not even something that's on your radar, but maybe you guys have other connections that are weighing heavy on your mind or that you've been challenged with in recent past, this can be talking about those connections as well, because caring connections don't always have to be romantic. They can be friends, they can be family, it can be anything really, coworkers. And what I feel is coming up for you with the 6th chakra, this is your third eye. Okay, so this is a blessing of being able to see connections for what they really are versus seeing connections for what you want them to be, right? A lot of times, especially in romantic relationships, I know that it can be hard because we want somebody to be a certain way. We want to see certain traits in them, or maybe we only see the good traits and we kind of turn a blind eye to the red flags. You know intuitively, pile 2, like when something feels a little off. Your intuition is always going to tell you the truth, right? But maybe you guys leading up to this point haven't always trusted in your intuition, right? Maybe it's been hard to distinguish between what's my intuition and what's making me anxious, you know what I mean? What's intuition and what's anxiety, if that makes sense. And so what I feel with this third eye chakra coming up here is that now going forward, there's going to be a blessing here where you're able to really see things for what they actually are versus the fantasy of what they could be. Does that make sense? So let's see. Let's continue. Ooh, so we have the Star card coming up, which is beautiful energy. We also have the Queen of Coins. So very grounded and practical energy. This could be work relationships for some of you with that Queen of Coins coming up. But what I feel with this Queen of Coins is that this is about being very grounded in your approach, being very practical and realistic in the way that you're looking at things, versus with the Star card, sometimes this is when we like idealize relationships or idealize our partners, put them up on a pedestal, kind of look at them with a very unrealistic, dreamy lens, which is not, the Star is not a bad card, you guys, but in this context, I do feel that this is talking about looking at relationships more grounded. Like I was saying, you're seeing it for what it practically actually is versus the dreams of what it could be. You know what I mean? A Queen of Coins or Pentacles would be, you know, somebody who's approaching relationships caring and kind and responsible. And it's not just responsible to her partner, but also responsible to herself, right? So I think that there is a higher level of connection to self and your own intuition, and a higher level of understanding around what practically works for you and what doesn't, right? Let me look at this up close again. It almost looks like she's holding her stomach here, like she's pregnant or something for some. That could be, maybe for some of you guys, that's part of your blessing, is maybe pregnancy is tied into this. But I think this is very, like, more energetic for a lot of you about just protecting your energy, right? This is about, like, a connection that would be, like, practical. Like, meaning, yes, there are warm and fuzzy feelings. Yes, it could be that this is a dream partner that's coming in for some of you guys with the Star card. Maybe a lot of you guys have come to this reading having done a lot of healing as it pertains to romantic relationships. You spent a lot of time on yourself. You know what it is that you ultimately want, what your kind of guiding principles are in dating. You know what I mean? But this is also about like looking at it and saying, what is this actually like looking like in my life? How is this connection fitting into my life? How is this person showing up for me? You know what I mean? All right, you guys also have the Dragon's Lair. What a creepy card. So yeah, like this card, you guys, this is about like not ignoring the red flags. So I'm getting a couple messages. I think for some of you guys, this actually is a romantic relationship, like an actual connection that's presenting to you. That's going to feel like a blessing, because I feel like it's something that you have been waiting for a while, or maybe waiting is the wrong word, but you have envisioned this for yourself, right? Maybe this is the type of partner that you've been really manifesting, envisioning, not settling for anything less than what this person would have to offer. I do feel like for some of you guys, this is an energy of like a very stable partner coming in for you. And so when the Dragon's Lair comes up, this is about sort of like a little bit of that feeling of it's a little dangerous, right? It's a little risky, because with any romantic relationship or just connections in general, like when you're putting yourself out there emotionally to be vulnerable, you are taking a little bit of a risk, right? Like you're risking rejection, you're risking getting your heart broken. So there's always going to be an element of risk in putting yourself out there and being vulnerable. However, for others of you, if this is not manifesting as a specific connection, what the blessing is for you guys is being much more, again, in tune with self, being much more in tune with reality of things, and trusting in your intuition. The Dragon's Lair is also talking about like the need to not ignore or dismiss red flags. You're coming up to this scene, right? It does look beautiful in some instances, but we cannot ignore the creepy dragon eyes out here, whatever this creepy stuff is right here, this creepy dragon up here. Like there is an element of like red flags going off that like, maybe I shouldn't go in there. Okay. So you guys, that maybe this isn't like your person that's coming in that you've been manifesting. It's more about you not ignoring the red flags and seeing how much you've grown. Because I do feel like for pile 2, maybe some of you guys who've come to this reading have struggled with maybe seeing your connections in like realistically in the past, not always listening to the red flags. This time, you're not ignoring them anymore because you know your worth, right? With the Star and the Queen of Coins, and you know what you deserve. So let's see. Let's get some of these little, okay. So we have around or in autumn. So autumn season is being highlighted. That's going to be different depending on where you guys live. So I know where I live right now, we are getting ready to go into autumn. Probably when I post this reading, we'll already be in autumn. Let's see. Okay. We also have drama and red flags. Yes, you guys. Like, you guys are definitely being blessed with, like, discernment. Like, discernment around relationships. You know what I mean? Seeing them clearly. Your third eye is getting upgraded. This is your blessing. We also have live it up. And this, you know, that's beautiful too, because this tells me that, like, you guys are open. You're ready for love. You're ready to receive the right kind of love. And so there's an energy here of just having a good time with things, right? Having a good time, getting out there, dating, connecting with this person if this is in fact someone specific for you. But remembering to be realistic. You know, it's a very, like, freeing feeling that I'm getting here for some of you guys. Like, you're just kind of in the moment and enjoying it, accepting it for what it is and for what it isn't. And that allows you to live it up and be more relaxed as you approach connections. All right. So now I want to look to see, like, what time frames are being highlighted for you, group 3. So let's just kind of see if there's any specific. These are just time frames for you to reflect on. This doesn't necessarily mean this is when the blessing is coming. And time frames will be subjective to change. So keep that in mind, you guys, because the future is not set in stone. So for pile 2, what time frame do they need to be aware of with regard to this blessing? We have a few weeks from now. So a few weeks from now, it seems like you guys will be moving through this energy or reflecting on this reading. Let's see. We also have May. So the month of May is being highlighted for you guys. And then we have Monday through Friday coming out at the bottom too. So that's interesting. So pile 2, we are going to go ahead and close out the reading here, but I would really love to hear from you in the comments how it's resonating with your situation. So let me know. If you guys are not already, please do subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so that you are informed when I upload new content, and I do look forward to catching you in a new reading soon. Bye. Hey pile 3, if you guys picked out this beautiful spirit quartz, this will be your reading. We're looking at blessings headed your way, and we're going to start with some pre-shuffled cards here, and then I'm going to be shuffling a couple other decks on camera. So for you pile 3, we start with patience. And we also have the Angel of Balance. Oh, okay. This is beautiful, pile 3. And I'm just being guided to say, I think some of you guys, please stick it out with me, because I'm getting this feeling that whoever came for pile 3, maybe some of you guys are looking for some specific outcome for something. And what I'm seeing here that's coming through for you guys as a blessing is actually a period of relaxation on whatever it is that you're seeking out, okay? It's a period of time or an energy of being able to let it go and pull back your energy and just relax and allow things to happen in divine timing, how they're supposed to. You see how this angel is kind of holding this clock here? What time is it on the clock? Let's look. Is that like 10:10? I don't know. Maybe it is. I swear I can read a clock, you guys, but maybe not today. If it is 10:10, maybe that's an angel number you guys should look at. I don't know. I don't have my other phone on me to be able to quickly look it up for you guys, what it means. But either way, I feel like what you guys are being blessed with is patience. You're being blessed with patience and just being able to kind of relax. This is a really beautiful snowy scene here too. So this is all about, winter season. A winter season is when we hibernate, right? It's when we allow things to cool down. Things slow down for us. And this slowing down of things is actually going to help to bring a lot of peace and personal balance back into your life, pile 3. So if you've been dealing with a lot of conflict or chaotic energy leading up to this point, the blessing is that that energy is going away. You're coming into a period of time here where you're going to be able to just relax and pull back your energy and pull back into a better balance of things. So let's see. We have the Hanged Woman. Okay. We also have 5 of Wands. Interesting depiction of this card. So yeah, the Hanged Woman is kind of further echoing this. You guys are slowing down here with regard to something, and the reason why this is a blessing, of slowing down is because it is allowing you to see the situation from a new perspective. The Hanged Man card, or the Hanged Woman in this instance, this is all about when we intentionally kind of put a situation on ice, or we're pushed to put a situation on ice, because we need to be able to look at it from a different perspective to better enlighten ourselves as to what's going on, so that when we do decide to come out of winter season and take action, we're better equipped with the tools and knowledge that we need to move forward and make the right choices, okay? I feel like you guys for pile 3 are on the precipice of a big change in your life, or a change with regard to this matter that we're talking about, because right after the Hanged Man comes the Death card, which is all about big, massive changes. So before you can transition into this change, there's going to be this period of time where you're kind of reflecting a little bit more, is what I see. This energy of the Five of Wands is cool too, because typically this is a card of conflict, right? And you can kind of see here, we have two people sort of just, you can tell that they've been in disagreement. But what I like about the depiction of this card is that, yes, even though these two seem like they've had a disagreement, they're not actively fighting with each other. You know what I mean? They're kind of just taking space. They have their backs turned to one another. And being able to take space and distance yourself from conflict is actually going to help you to regain more balance. So this can be talking about conflict with others, dissipating, pile 3. But this can also be talking about inner conflict within self, coming to a standstill, which is a good thing. We don't want to feel conflicted within self. We want to feel peace. At least I feel like you guys do. And so this is what I'm seeing for you guys. A period of peace. You guys also have the Wizard of Awareness, which kind of is making me think of the Hanged Man. Lots of messages here for you guys about taking a pause and reflecting. This energy of the Wizard of Awareness is kind of about, you know, like when I think of awareness, I think of understanding, right? Having an understanding of self, having an understanding of how you're showing up in this situation and how your energy may be contributing to any friction or lack of balance that you're experiencing, right? It also can talk about just your awareness of the situation as a whole, right? Maybe the reason we're putting this on ice or dialing back our energy is because you're feeling going into this reading maybe that you're not aware of what the issue is, right? So there's an energy again of pulling it back instead of taking action or putting a lot of our energy into something and trying to force a specific outcome. We're pulling it back and observing. You see how he's kind of just like watching here? Just observing, watching what's going on. You guys are moving into an observer mode right now. An observer mode versus an action mode. And the observer mode is actually going to be incredibly empowering for you because it allows you to rebalance your energy, but it also allows you to regain or gain the knowledge that you need, the awareness that you need to move forward successfully. So let's look next at, look at this, not worth it at the bottom. Yeah, you guys are pulling back from something that's potentially been causing you some conflict, either inner conflict or interpersonal conflict with others. So let's go ahead and see what else comes through for you guys for pile number 3. What blessing? Tell me more about this blessing for pile 3. We have building together. You guys are, I think, wanting a bit more harmony in your life, you know, especially if this is about other people with that Five of Wands. I do see that there is a wanting, a desire to have partnership with others. And maybe, again, if there's been conflict, this is why you're pulling it back a little bit. Let's see what else. We also have around or in summer. So the summer season is being highlighted. That's going to be different for you guys depending on where you live in the world. But you are getting a time frame here. Let's see what else. We also have on the side. So there's something on the side. I feel like you're putting whatever this is on the side because we have handling business at the bottom. There's some business we're handling here. Yeah, on the side is sort of when it's giving me more of this energy of putting it on ice for right now. Not exerting a ton of effort into it right now. You're still there, you're still present, but you're pulling back your energy and making whatever this is maybe a little bit less of a main priority or focus for you right now. Because focusing too much on it or forcing it is causing you to feel some friction. Okay? And perhaps for some of you, summertime season is when you may start to see improvements on the situation. So let's see. We're going to close it out. I'm going to pull some more time frames for you guys. Just look at the time frames as time periods to reflect on with regard to this energy. Don't look at it as necessarily when the blessing is coming. So let's just see. Pile 3. What time frame do they need to reflect on with regard to this energy? Okay. We do have might not happen coming up, so that's interesting. So what I'm getting from this already, you guys, is that because your reading pile 3 feels very much about like you pulling back your energy, meaning that you're the one that has control over the situation. It's not like going to just happen to you. I think you guys are being guided to make the conscious decision to pull it back and move into this period of patience and balance, okay? And if you choose not to do that, then this energy may not come to you. You may end up still being conflicted or having issues with whatever this is. Okay. We also have March. So the month of March is coming up for you guys. We also have January at the bottom of the deck, so that could be a month of significance for some of you as well. So pile 3, this is a very interesting reading. I would love to hear from you how you're feeling it resonates with your situation, so please drop me a comment below and let me know. If you guys are not already, please do subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you are aware of when I'm uploading new content, and I do look forward to seeing you in a new reading really soon. Bye!